As America reflects on its 250th anniversary, we are presented with more than an opportunity to celebrate our past. We are presented with an opportunity to reflect on the American experiment itself, how it began, how it has endured, and what responsibilities now fall to us if it is to continue. You see, the American experiment was founded on a remarkable proposition: that ordinary people could govern themselves and secure liberty, freedom, and opportunity, not for just a chosen few, but for all people. It was an imperfect beginning, crafted by imperfect human beings. Yet it introduced ideas that transformed the world and expanded the possibilities of human self-government. As we mark this historic milestone, we find ourselves standing at a crossroads of memory and judgment. We can choose to define our nation solely by the imperfections and failures of individual men, or we can recognize a truth that history repeatedly teaches us. Human progress has often been advanced by flawed people striving toward greater ideals. So today, politics often conditions us to judge quickly and condemn quickly. Social media, endless news cycles, and instant access to information have trained us to react before we reflect. Increasingly, we evaluate the character of our nation, not by the enduring principles upon which it was founded, but by the shortcomings of those who carried those principles imperfectly into existence. The reality is that no nation, no century, and no generation is exempt from human imperfection. Yet out of the imperfect soil emerged an extraordinary experiment designed to protect freedom, to limit concentrated power, and to place authority in the hands of citizens. The measure of America has never been whether it was born perfect. The measure has been its ability to confront its shortcomings, expand liberty, correct injustice, and widen the circle of opportunity over time. That progress did not happen automatically. It required citizens willing to preserve the democratic institutions that made self-correction possible in the first place. Democracy itself is fragile. Its existence is not guaranteed by tradition, geography, or history alone. Democracies endure only when citizens understand them, participate in them, and defend them. That is why recommitting ourselves to American democracy and civic education may be one of the most important tasks of the next generation. Citizens cannot become guardians of a democracy if they do not understand it. So we must know how our institutions function, why constitutional norms matter, and why democratic principles must remain more important than temporary partisan victories. You see, too often political competition has become an end unto itself. Winning elections matters, but preserving confidence in democratic institutions matters more. The health of our republic depends on citizens and leaders who are willing to place democratic integrity above political advantage and Constitution principles above party affiliation. Congressman John Lewis captured this responsibility with extraordinary clarity when he reminded us that democracy is not a state, it is an act, and each generation must do its part to help build what he called the beloved community. A nation and world society at peace with itself. His words remind us that democracy is not something we inherit fully formed. It is something we practice, protect, and then pass on. Every generation is called to become its steward. So as we look toward America's next 250 years, our task is not to ignore our history, nor to romanticize it. Our task is to learn from it, to recognize both our failures and our achievements, and to remain steadfast in our responsibility to improve upon what we inherited. The American experiment remains unfinished, and whether it flourishes or fades will depend on whether we choose to be consumers of democracy or guardians of it.